I think we can start, everyone. So, dear guests, dear colleagues, dear innovators, my name is Chrissy Laspidou, and I'm a professor at the University of Thessaly. I'm also the Vice Rector of Innovation, Internationalization, Collaborations, and Digital Governance. And it's a true pleasure to represent the University of Thessaly at this landmark event, the Southeast European Innovation and Impact Conference, the flagship gathering of the SEE Alliance. This is the Southeast Europe Alliance of all technological parks, which is it's a great event to meet everyone. So this event is much more than just a conference or a meeting. It's a living ecosystem of collaboration that brings together technology and innovation parks, which you would not be able to meet all these different parks in one place, universities, accelerators, and research centers from across Southeast Europe, all united by a common vision. What is our vision? To transform our region into a dynamic hub of innovation, sustainability, and digital excellence. As the Vice Rector of the University of Thessaly and as the head of the One Planet Thessaly unit, this is a unit that we have created at the University of Thessaly where we promote innovation, technology transfer, and entrepreneurship throughout the university. I am proud that the University of Thessaly is also an active member of this community and a strong supporter of the Alliance's mission. We are looking into also signing an MOU with the mission, which will strengthen further our collaboration. Our university has also taken an active role in this year's conference by organizing a hackathon, which is another great opportunity to meet our own innovators here that will present their ideas and compete with each other. And it perfectly captures the spirit of open innovation and that defines the SEE Alliance. The hackathon brings together young innovators, researchers, and entrepreneurs to co-create practical, technology-driven solutions to real societal challenges. It is exactly this blend of creativity, collaboration, and purpose that fuels sustainable progress, which is what this is all about. Events like this one offer a unique opportunity to interact with innovation parks and ecosystems from all over Southeast Europe, each one with its own strengths, specialties, and success stories. So let's all of us take advantage of this and let's meet these people, mingle with them, and understand the challenges and what each one has to offer. By connecting these ecosystems, we don't just exchange ideas, but we create pathways for joint projects, for mobility, for investment, and shared growth. At the University of Thessaly, through the One Planet Thessaly unit, we are deeply committed to this mission. We build bridges between academia, industry, and society, and we drive the green and digital transition, empower youth, and promote responsible innovation across our region. I would like to warmly congratulate the organizers, the Joyce Innovation Park, IED, and all the Alliance members for their vision and dedication. May this event inspire new collaborations, bold ideas, and lasting partnerships that will shape the innovation future of Southeast Europe. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for participating in this hackathon sprint, but mainly we would like to thank the Joyce, the hosting technology park, and the members of the Southeastern Europe Science and Technology Park that they have supported the event by bringing here in the ecosystem of Thessaly 2 startups, and I'm talking about startups from Bulgaria, startups from Serbia, startups from Turkey, and of course, startups from Greece. This is an interregional event, international event, let's say. The startups had the opportunity to collaborate, to meet other mentors, other coaches, and because my favorite motto is the road to success is always under construction, even until the last minute they have the opportunity through the mentorships to change the pitches that we are going to hear in 20 minutes. Before this, I have a presentation aiming to put into the equation of the startup strategy the dimension of knowledge. We think that most of the startups and the spin-offs, they are deeply rooted in academic and research communities, and they have this privilege to grow based on knowledge, not only based on prices, products, and services, but based on knowledge that comes before the innovation. And that's why we decided to support the event with this presentation. Actually, it is an industry-agnostic presentation. Knowledge is everywhere. It is an horizontal. It doesn't have to do with a thematic area of the startup. And we hope to have a catalytic effect in your future strategy. So I'm Nikos Katsiadakis, representing Thesintech, one of the biggest technology parks that we plan in a privileged seafront area next to Thessaloniki Airport in northern Greece. And I'm dealing with ecosystem development. So the title of our presentation is How Knowledge Can Create Competitive Advantages, and what are the elements, the qualities of this resource, because knowledge is actually a resource. Firstly, I would like to give some basic definition. We're talking about the intangible capital that is consisted through the human capital, which is actually the knowledge that leaves the offices and the companies every day around 5 o'clock, depending on the working hours. So it's deeply connected with a subject, the human beings. The other dimension of the intangible capital is the structural capital, that it is more or less the documents, the patterns, the business plan, the process that remains in the company after 5 o'clock in the evening. And another important dimension is what the other people, what our vendors, what our partners, what our customers believe about us, the so-called market capital or relationships capital. It has to do with the world outside the company. I'm going to give emphasis to the first dimension, to the human knowledge. But before this, let me present you some very specific and interesting qualities of knowledge that it doesn't have to do anything with the data that are mainly related to the transmission, could be digital or analogical, and the information that mainly concern the description of a flow of data. Because knowledge can result to complex human action and decision making. It is always connected with a human factor and its dynamics, because to manage a human being is not an easy thing, particularly in a team or in a bigger organization. And contrary to other traditional resources of business and production, like the land, the raw materials, and the machine, knowledge increases its value wherever it is used, the proper knowledge for the proper purpose. While it can be gating after decades of experience, master, PhDs, we can easily lost from the point of view of the company in one night because a competitor took from us a crucial team or a crucial employee. And another distinction I would like to present you is the explicit knowledge compared to the tacit knowledge, and I'm going to use the analogy of the iceberg. Explicit knowledge is something that more or less everyone can understand. Imagine the menus of the reference books that we used to read about how to print something in the Word or how to create an easy equation in the Excel. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Very explicit, very documented, easily presented in databases or in documents, and easily communicated almost to anyone. But the most important laws in terms of practical use is the tacit knowledge that you cannot easily express it. You know far more than you can tell in a meeting or you can write in a short document. It is not visible, the tacit knowledge. It is deeply connected with values and the culture of the company and personal beliefs. You cannot easily document it. But in order to transfer it, you need context, you need social interaction, and you need time. One very good example about tacit knowledge is how you can learn someone to ride a bicycle. You cannot teach it with any document. You have to feel it, you have to be there, you have to balance, you have to synchronize your legs and your hands. Let me present you the most cited knowledge creation model that came through two Japanese professors several decades ago. It's very simple, that's why it is very good. Knowledge is mainly, the knowledge creation as a process, it is a process without beginning and end. Even now, some of you grasp knowledge from what I'm presenting to you. In the next meeting, you are going to combine knowledge. After 2 hours, you might read an interesting article in a newspaper. So it doesn't have any beginning or a specific end. It's a continuous process, an eternal process. It is transferred continuously from a tacit dimension to explicit dimension, mainly through 4 processes. The most important is the socialization of knowledge, the externalization of knowledge, where knowledge is something tacit. Someone tries to make explicit. For example, me, I use diagrams, I use photos, I use my slides in order to present you my tacit knowledge and making it explicit through the slides. However, the complex problems, the complex challenges that most of the industry faces, they need combination of knowledge. For example, imagine someone that they use physics and mathematics in order to develop a better algorithm, AI algorithm of machine learning. You use several knowledge, explicit knowledge. And gradually, through the time and error, and through experimentation, through discussion, the individual and the group internalize knowledge. And the process continues. This is a very good case study about how a product team, if I remember where it was, from the well-known company of Sharp. I don't know if in your country bread making machine is a good market or an innovative product, but in Japan it was. But the interesting thing in this case is that the product team, as most of the companies, had managed to make a robot, as you can see. The robot could easily mix salt, flour, water in order to produce and then to bake a bread. But the Sharp company wanted to do a really innovative bread-making machine, and they thought, and they had a very good idea. Who made in Osaka the best bread? And they identified that it was the bread maker of a hotel. And one guy from the product development team, as a spy, participated as a temporary worker in this hotel in order to monitor the bread maker. And they understood that during the final knighting of the flour and the other things, he used to make a specific movement in order to change the structure of the bread before baking it. I cannot show you now because I wasn't present, but you understand. It is something that only this guy knew how to move the final, I don't know the word in English now, but anyway, just before baking it. And when they spot exactly this detail, they put an extra robot in the bread-making machine in order to manage and like him. So it is an imitation of a human being. And eventually they managed to do a bread-making machine, but producing really, really tasty and really, really good bread. It is an example that through socialization, they took the experience, they took the crucial element, the secret of this guy, and through the explicit robots and through the routines, through the algorithms, they managed to internalize it into the project. into the product. So, what are the main competitive advantages compared to other resources that knowledge can provide us? In my opinion, there are mainly three current, is that they don't coordinate internally as a team, as a startup, their resources. So it is difficult to imitate how a company coordinates the intangible assets, the ideas, its people, the experience of the people and the ideas. That's why it is a very strong, can give you a very strong competitive advantage. The second dimension is that mainly the knowledge advantage needs time in order to be developed and to be strong and distinguish a team. In contrast to other business resources, you cannot buy or purchase knowledge in a ready-made format. It's not an item on the shelf. And I have other past case studies from big companies that decided to buy out a startup or a spin-off, thinking that they would have full access in their knowledge, but eventually they didn't manage. And the main reason is that through the buyout, the social dimension of the team, of the knowledge of the team, the good relationships that they have built over time through a new director, through a new boss, changed completely. It was a cultural change that eventually didn't enable knowledge to flow. There are many past case studies about startups that big multinational companies or groups buy them, but without success. And the main reason is that knowledge requires time, and the competitors' capacity for quick learning is very limited. This is the main advantage of someone with deep knowledge. It has been built over time, so it's a time advantage. And the third dimension is that it can definitely create sustainability, because as much as you know, the more you can learn in the future. So it provides sustainability, it provides flexibility. I'm sure that some startups even changed their pitch last minute because they were affected by the mentors and coaches' opinion. And as a final slide, because it might sound to you theoretically, but I would like to show you a strategic positioning map, not based on prices and products, but based on knowledge that comes before. That's why it can create a sustainable strategy. Imagine, for example, that your startup is in the black dot, and after analysis, after the well-known analytical strategic tools like SWOT analysis or wherever you use, you have identified that your future knowledge position, not exactly market position, but knowledge position should be the yellow star. Then you have made your homework, you have analyzed your competitors, that could be the red dot and the blue dot. And what you have to fill in as a gap, I'm talking about knowledge gap, is the red line, that is your internal gap. You are in the black spot and you want to go to the yellow star. And the external knowledge gap compared to your competitor is the blue line. However, I forgot to tell you in the beginning that based on your homework and your analysis, you have identified that there are two knowledge dimensions driving the strategy in the market. You belong to the precision farming, a general market. Several startups have come from this sector here. And your analysis suggests that AI and robotics will drive the market. Could be Internet of Things and drones. Could be another 5 knowledge dimensions. So it's not only one map, you can create several maps. It is a very simple but very effective strategy, because if you identify your map, then you can analyze it in future tasks. For example, what guys we should recruit, what PhD, I should do. I'm talking about the spin-off, that they are still in the academic context. What type of seminars we should follow, what type of cooperation we should do. Because you know in front of you the knowledge that you require in order to produce the innovation. I don't know how we are with the time, okay? Okay, I finished the presentation. Thank you for hearing me, and then now it's the pitching session. Before the startups, before I invite the startups, I would like to give you the names of our favorite juries. The first lady is Panayota Lagou from Atacom SA, expert in cybersecurity. Then is Mr. Lucas Papaharalambous. It represents the Association of Industries in Thessaly. Then is my friend Odysseas Spiroglou from Thessaloniki's ecosystem. He represents Loggerhead Venture Partner and International Development Ireland. And then we have two university professors, Mrs. Chrysila Spidou, which is also Vice Rector of the Innovation Internalization Collaboration Responsible and for Digital Governance, professor in the Civil Engineering Department in the University of Thessaly. And last but not least, Dr. Ioanna Castelli, which is an assistant professor in the Department of Business Administration in the School of Economics and in University of Thessaly. I suppose most of them are sitting in front of us. You will have the opportunity to hear them later on with the details. And now it's the startup time. And our first startup comes from Serbia. We would like to thank you that they have traveled from Serbia to Greece. And the name of the startup is Atar. You have the floor.
Thank you. I'm Filip. I'm one of the founders of startup Atar from Serbia, Novi Sad, and this is a startup that focuses on AI, where we try to solve different problems in agriculture. What is the biggest problem in agriculture now? It's crop spraying. 35% of the entire European continent is sprayed with toxic chemicals, every year, multiple times. And that has a big negative impact on the environment. And that's a problem for all of us. It has impact on the food, on the soil, on the water, even on the people directly. Most of the governments are aware of this problem, especially EU, that has the clear strategy to reduce the herbicide usage by 50% in the next 5 years. Problem with that strategy is that there is no clear mechanism how to do that. For the farmers, on the other hand, the biggest problem is high cost of those chemicals. But why do we even spray all our fields with toxic chemicals? We spray all our fields to kill unwanted plants, so we can get the maximum yield for the main crop that can live without the unwanted plants. Problem? Unwanted plants grow only on 10 to 20% of the surface, but we spray entire surface. Solution here is very obvious. Instead of spraying everything, we should spray only those 10% of our fields and reduce the herbicide usage by 80%. We bring this solution in form of this device. It's a device that can retrofit any existing spraying machine. It has a camera and AI chip that in real time detects unwanted plants and spray only that and nothing else. Let's see it in action. Camera collects the images of crop surface. AI chip on the sprayer in real time detects the weeds, is spraying only that, nothing else. Solution is simple, reduce the herbicide usage by 80% and has the big positive impact on the environment. Of course, the impact is big, but sometimes that's not enough. That will not drive the adoption of this product. So we needed something that will drive the adoption. What is the most relevant and the most important thing that can motivate people to use it? Financial profit, of course. Quick calculation. Main price for our product for our average customers is 40,000 euros, subsidized by 70 to 80% in Serbia, also same in the EU. Final price for our customer, 12,000. Our average customer, only in cost for the herbicides, can save 30,000 euros per year. After 5 years, the return on investment is more than 138,000 euros. We were testing our solution in production environment for the last 3 years. And finally, we signed the first contracts and we are onboarding the first customers this year in Serbia. Next year, we are planning to raise first investment as a post-revenue startup, as we bootstrapped everything with the grants so far, so we can enter the EU market, where with the industry leaders in 2027, we can scale even more. Main reason why we were able to develop such a product was explained in the presentation before this one. We had a knowledge that can address all different aspects of such a complex product: AI, hardware, electronics, software development, and also agriculture. We have a product. We also have the first customers, but to scale properly and deliver this product to every farm, we'll need your help. We need support from governments, investors, and ecosystems like this one, so we can together make the big impact. Thank you.
Thank you very much for keeping the time. And the next startup comes from Bulgaria. The name is Tsarina Wine, and of course they deal with vineyards.
It's on top. Yeah, okay, perfect. So hello everyone, I'm Daniel, winemaker from Bulgaria, and today I would like to show you my wine sphere. Basically, it's an ecosystem for digital transformation in viticulture and winemaking. Why we need those tools? Because in our industry, the last 100 years didn't change a lot. Yes, we have changes, but not enough. As soon as the farm grows, you experience how the works become inefficient, it's not attractive to young people, and there is a very big gap in digital tools for winemaking. Yes, there is some data available, but currently there is no vertical integrations between the satellite imagery, weather forecast, predictions, and on the field, in the winery, everything depends on the winemaker. So you're really, really high dependent on a human, on person. Also, there is a very high cost for energy because of the cooling, inefficient use of the cooling, and there is no end-to-end traceability of the products. Why the current solution failed? As I say, there is no vertical integration between the platforms. There is something available as a satellite imagery. Yes, you can analyze, but it's not really connected with the ways of working on the field. Yes, there is some base monitoring like temperature and stuff, but it's not united, it's not created for winemaking. And there is no traceability solution available on the market that you can use out of the box. So what I offer you here is an ecosystem for digital transformation in the winemaking. It's a platform that combines several worlds. The first one on the field, so you can monitor, analyze, build VRA maps, load it into the drone or the specific equipment that can do this precise spraying or irrigation. Real-time monitoring of the fermentation, including AI-driven fermentation control. And all this data to be transparent to the end customer. Of course, everything centralized in one dashboard. All the tools that you see on the background, but end-to-end solution for us, for winemakers. On the field, few stuff. satellite images, VRA maps, autopilot that loads in any machine, everything centralized. In the winery, few tools that can digitalize the process and automate most of the work inside and also save money from the energy. This is the funding request. I need around 300K euro in order to make this happen. It's not like to test or anything, it's ready to go, just needs to be combined. This is the team. It's me, Michaela, Nikolai. Venelin is dealing with the hardware, and Panko, he's the guys from university who actually do the scientific work. And yeah, that team really strong to show that this solution really works. The results so far, we have at least 30% reduction in water and spray materials, at least 20% lower in the energy bills.
ERPs, as well as many e-commerce platforms. As a value proposition, it can improve the cash flow of the clients by keeping only the necessary levels of stock and also to reduce lost sales. And the process is completely automated. Another important competitive advantage is that it can analyze a wide range of demand factors that are not included in traditional demand forecasting systems, including prices, promotions, weather conditions, and other things that are very important for very small companies that don't have enough sales data. Through our WordPress plugin eDemandio, we offer seamless demand forecasting even for small e-shops. That connect directly to our AI cloud infrastructure that provides all the AI models and the forecasting services. We have focused on WooCommerce as it's currently a market leader in the field of e-commerce platforms and is growing very rapidly at a rate of 15% every year. Our customer list also features Vitex, a major company in the paint industry that uses Demandio for production planning, and also the Greek Power Public Corporation that is already using Demandio to forecast load consumption in energy. It's important to mention that we have decreased our customer acquisition cost through our plugins to about 30% of what it was before, and therefore we now have many more smaller e-shops that is trying Demandio currently. Our pricing is flexible, so that a small company can start using with a pay-as-you-go model, very affordable. And we estimate a total required investment of 300,000 euros to be mostly used for marketing. And also we estimate a great growth of income for the next 5 years. This is our team. We also have global representatives in 5 countries right now to help us launch the global strategy. So thank you very much.
Yep. And the next startups comes again from Greece, and the name of the startup is Wasty, and their solutions have to do with smart waste management.
Okay, hello, I'm Nikos, we're Wasty and we automate franchise operations. But before I tell you a little bit about this, I want to go back a little bit on how everything started. So from around 2019, about 6 years, I was working on the food service industry, with the last 2 focused on the quick service restaurant sector, which is like the typical corner store that you go by, grab a quick lunch or a coffee. While I was working there, I saw countless times the problem of food waste, because me and other employees had to waste a lot of time to produce food that later was going into trash. As you can see, this is problematic from 2 sides. One, it's a productivity issue, because our employee wastes a lot of time for something that's not important. And the other side, the food that's getting thrown away is very costly for businesses and very bad for the environment. So we detect a problem and we want to know it a little bit better. So we went outside and talked to over 70 businesses to learn their problems and how we can help them about it. The first one, what we easily detected, is that they don't have good enough demand forecast because they rely more on experience rather than actual data to predict future demand. The second one was there are a lot of errors that happening in the supply ordering process that resulting to a lot of stock out or overstock. And the last one is that they don't have a clear overview of their business and they know only very limited information like the total profit of the month. So our solution is 100% based on our customer needs and it's a demand forecasting software. What we do is we gather historical sales, weather patterns, and local events, and we pass them through our demand forecasting algorithm to provide the businesses with an optimized production plan, advanced supply orderings, waste alerts, and inventory levels. So our solution comes in two sizes. We have an employee app, which is for daily use cases, and we have an admin panel for store owners and store managers. But what you can do on each side. On the employee app, an employee can know what he has to produce and when he has to produce it. On the waste management, he gets alert for when a product goes bad in order to remove it from the shelves. Also, he can easily view and send automated supply orders and at all times can know the inventory levels of every item on the store. From the admin panel, we have split into two categories. It's the advanced analytics, that at all times you can know everything about your business, like profitability levels, best and worst selling items, your total cost of waste, and your total profits of the month. And at the same time, we have the management side, which we gather all information in one place, like employees, inventory, suppliers, all in one place to manage. This happens very easily with our AI assistant, which is like a typical chat box that can give you summaries, reports, recommendations, and also do simple tasks for you, like it says a product price on the menu. So we did a case study with 7 stores for 90 days, and the result was even better than expected. We saw a 6% reduction in food waste, a 12% increase in sales, and 20% increase in labor efficiency, and an 80% decrease in stockouts. To give you like a perspective about real numbers, our best performing store saved over 3,700 euros in this 90-day period, and gained more than 2,400 from increased sales. So let's see a little bit about our competition. We have split it in two categories. One side has big companies, but they do something more outdated and more simple. For example, only inventory management. From the other side, we have bigger companies. Some of them are startups that are doing more advanced solutions like waste. The typical difference we have is the price and also the sector. For example, a company like Relax does an advanced solution like waste, but on a completely different sectors and a completely different market. So this is what differentiates us the most. Our revenue model is pretty straightforward. We are subscription-based. We give the opportunity to business to select a plan based on their needs and what they actually want to use. Now, let's view a little bit about the market. We have around 500,000 stores, QSR stores in Europe, which is around 1/3 of the total F&B market. From year one, starting from 2026, we want to hit 600 stores, and until year 5, 10,000 stores, which is like around 0.6% of the total F&B market, because we want to move to other sectors like restaurants. The team behind it is William, who's head of finance and sales, and he has a business administration degree and work experience abroad in Netherlands and Bulgaria. It's me, Nikos, who's head of product and operation, and I also work market expertise. And Ioannis Maras and Agathakos Papadopoulos, who are head of software development, and they have work experience on big companies for more than 4 years in senior positions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And then we have 3 Turkish startups from our neighborhood and our friends. And the first one, an extra thanks for traveling here in Thessaly to the Turkish teams. The first startup is called Rotamat, and we're going to hear the solution.
This one? All right. Hello, it's really great to be out here. It was a really exciting event for now. So, my name is Atakan, and I am the co-founder of Rotamat. Rotamat is a B2B route optimization and digital twin platform to help logistics and distribution companies. We mainly make route optimization, and as I said, it's on steroids. So, European Green Deal has a target to become totally carbon neutral by 2050, and transportation sector is the second highest emitting sector by 21% of the responsibility. So any actions are going to be taken on the site will be helpful to achieve this target. So what are the recent solutions proposed by the companies? First of all, GPS tracking, fleet tracking devices, but they are only reducing the idling time and tracking the field of the operations, not enough. More than 20 years, route optimization solutions are on the market, but it is not practical. It is still staying on the theoretical side of the solution. And also commercial electrical vehicles are helping to reduce the carbon emission by transportation, but they have range anxiety and have problem with charging infrastructure limitations. So as Rotomat, we are merging GPS tracking devices and route optimization solution under one roof with the focus of sustainability to solve route optimization problems for combustion engines and both electrical vehicles also. So with Rotomat dashboard, we can make route optimization, GPS tracking of operations, and making the digital twin of the delivery operations. Currently, we have 200 vehicles on the ground. We are collecting every 5 seconds their location analytics and taking the X-ray of the operation and examining it like a doctor. With EV readiness diagnostic, we are making digital twin of the operations using the telematics data to show how ready are your fleets to electrificate. Our aim is reducing fleet size 10%, reducing mileage 20%, and making on-time delivery 99%. And we are solving last-mile delivery, mid-mile delivery, and for sales forces, periodic route optimization. To wrap up, we are helping for companies optimizing their routes and reducing their costs 20%. We're helping to audit their operations. Are they complying with their given optimized routes to increasing the compliance? We're helping planning department to help their planning work increase productivity. But we are not just on the side of the decreasing the costs. We are also inside of the increasing the revenue and the profit by giving them cost to serve analytics and adding democratization of the data with giving them how much does it cost to give this product in this specific location and helping sustainability departments by giving them the carbon footprint of the operations. In one of our cases, we are working with tobacco giant Philip Morris International. Last year, they save 140,000 kilometers. It's coming from 700,000 kilometers to 560,000 kilometers. They save from 40 vehicles to 35 vehicles, and they save 200,000 annually. This is really big number. In general, our impacts are we reduce 1 million kilometers, reduce 5% of fleets that are customers. Our ROI is $5 in respect to $100. It's one of the highest one because our GPS-driven route optimization is increasing the practicality and applicability of the route optimization on the ground, and we reduce 370 tons of carbon footprint. So in general, we charge $10 per just route optimization per vehicle per month, and $17 for GPS tracking route optimization per vehicle per month. We're selling hardware, and we also consult for electrification kind of projects. So EV transition is huge. Commercial light electrical vehicles is growing 25% annually. It's going to be huge. It's right now $25 billion, but in 5 years, it's going to $116 billion. And we are going to be transitioning and giving the feasibility reports of this transition. And the route optimization market is $45 billion, and it's going to be $80 billion in the following 3 years. So what's the main difference between our competitors? We're merging GPS tracking devices like Optio and GeoVision is the route optimization side. And the other competitors are Arvento and Mobilis, kind of a GPS tracking devices in the other side. We're merging these two solutions under one roof with the focus of sustainability. We are a team of 3 people. This is my third company, and first 2 is still going. This is mostly all bootstrapped by me. My partner, Mihail, he's a PhD in network optimization and AI metrics. And also, Onur has experience of more than 9 years of computer scientist. Thank you. And also, I would like to add one thing. In the logistics category, there were 4 challenges. Real-time visibility, we are making it with GPS. Sustainable last mile delivery, we're making less mileage. With data interoperability, we're helping sustainability and finance departments. And also for cybersecurity, our GPS devices are encrypted with our proprietary algorithms. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next startup is FlexIt.
Thank you. Microphone is here, right? Can I have it? Can I take it off? Let me introduce myself. This is Muzaffer from Turkey. Hey, this is Muzaffer. Someone sleeping there? Okay. This is Muzaffer from Turkey. I am the one of the founder, FlexIt Food. I'll talk about myself a little bit more at the end of the presentation. Till there, let's go. Okay, we have been talking about sustainability. It's everywhere. What is that sustainability? It's environmental sustainability and the sustainability of the life. As food engineers, we have been talking about the sustainability of the food. Life is changing. When we were young, it was like 4 to 5 billion population of the world. Now it's getting crazy, you know. Climate change is there. Rainings are changing. Everything is feelable. This is a fact. And following these facts, in the food industry, we talk about sustainable food. When we say sustainable food, plant-based foods are very famous, very on the center of the trends, you know, plant-based foods. But it almost equals till now plant-based foods and vegan foods. What we have been offering as FlexIt, we say we are plant-based, like here, but we are not vegan. Vegans are good, we love vegans, but it's really hard to do. And if we like to generate change in the world, in the industry, we should impact the main part of the population, not the rear 3-4% of the population. The aim of this concept to focus crowded of the populations. We want people continues their food in plant-based way without being vegan. This is the numbers. This is a fact now. The carbon emission of the world comes from different sources, but the food industry, especially meat and dairy industry, generating 14% minimum of it. Based on these facts, market is changing, food is changing, carbon emission is key, plant-based products are here, classic products are here, and the market is growing. In US, the number is crazy. Also in Europe. This is a research in European countries. People really consider about the food and plant-based things and sustainability. Even with knowing themselves and describing themselves flexitarian or not, people increasing the plant-based composition in their food and decreasing the traditional products like meat or meat. This is the data from European Union research, and this is a diet model, and we are offering the food category of diet model to the world. It goes from the Southeast Europe because the wheat itself, our second proposition on top of flexitarian category, wheat itself. Wheat is our product, our region. We eat bread, we eat pasta. We are not like rice people, like Chinese, right? Till now, no one didn't value the wheat yet. We are there. The first wheat-based milk alternative as one-to-one match, this is my boy, by the way, it's First, semi-digested gluten. We have lactose from milk, but the amount is less enough to don't generate lactose intolerance. And we are expressing all these facts. We designed this product, optimize it as engineers. Okay, this is not only one product, it's a dream. We innovate ice cream of it. We are working on meat options, and it's a category. It's gonna be category. And we are gonna be the leading company of this category. And what we need partners, friends, investors, traders. We need people to get into our team. Now we are commercial in Turkey, controlling and trying how can we sell this product, how can we advertise it. And also surprisingly, we've done our first export operation to Uzbekistan, one truck. We were expecting from Europe, but we are not there. Uzbek people luckier than Europeans to taste it. Coming back to final, let me mention a few seconds about a romantic story. We are 3 food engineers. From 1999, we started to study together. We stay in the same home, roommates, homemates. This guy, Utku, living in New York. We are 2 in Istanbul, we can say. And what we have been believing, guys, being startup is not only idea. Being startup is yourself, your team, your skills, your friends, your network skills. It's a very complex thing. And just consider it while you are focusing your startups. Personally, I have significant corporate experience, almost 20 years in international companies in different roles, production to sales. And, sorry, can I come back? What we have been thinking, if you like to go, finishing. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you like to go far, you need people to work together. If you like to generate impact, we need the population, people. We want to go far together on the positive way by choosing the better options. And please join us. Let's go together to the far better world, better options, better solutions. And I want you now, I'm done, take your phones and follow Flexeat from your WhatsApp. And also, I'll have now selfie, and you will see your pictures together in the Flexeat page. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, 3 more minutes. Thank you.
So we had a family photo before the end. That's innovation. And last but not least, I would like to invite a representative from Kitron Technojol startup from Turkey. And I would kindly ask the juries and to inform that the speaker does not strictly belong to the team. She is a representative because the team had to leave. So take this into consideration concerning the speech. And I would like to ask Elif Hüseyin from Technopark in Turkey to present the solution.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Elif Hüseyin, and I am here on behalf of Triton Technology, and I am going to introduce you NUC-Stream, Next Generation Network Access Control. So NUC-Stream is solving the most overlooked problem in cybersecurity. So while companies spend millions protecting their perimeters, 60% of data breach comes from the inside network, your own users. with their infected laptops, misconfigured devices, compromised credentials. So NUC streams provide a complete internal network control through three integrated pillars. First, we control every access point, whether it is your own user, guest, or VPN. Second, we provide a visibility from all angles with real time. Third, we integrate seamlessly with your existing infrastructure. So what makes NUC Stream unique is that it is built in LLM libraries with smart analysis, unmatched by traditional NUCs. So NUC Stream is not just securing today's network. We are preparing enterprises for tomorrow's AI-driven workplace. So the numbers speak for themselves. We are 5 times lighter on resources, 10 times faster to deploy, literally 1 day from start to full protection. We are already protecting diverse environments. Universities managing thousands of student devices, corporate headquarters, smart cities, government agencies. Each deployment proves our flexibility and scalability. So compared to the industry giants like Cisco and Aruba, we deliver superior capabilities at a fraction of the cost. We are the only solution offering true hybrid network access control with both agent and agentless support, one-day deployment, and native AI analytics. So when it comes to our current situation and projection regarding to financial matter, we set the price at $74,000, and we already have 10 existing customers and aim to add 10 more customers per year with a 100% renewal rate. So we expect our market distribution to be 70% from Turkey, 30% international. I guess this is the long slide because it was supposed to be a team slide here. Okay, so the team of NUC Stream is headed by Meriç Akay, the founder. And it has 11 personnel in the team, and there are managers in sales, operation, finance, technology. So it shows a great balance between technical innovation and corporate management. Thank you.
Thank you all the teams from the first part of the hackathon. Congratulations to all of you for your great pitches and presentations. Now we will proceed with the second part of the hackathon. This second part is coordinated and supported from the University of Thessaly. So we have 5 teams that will pitch their ideas. So I will pass the floor to the first team. It's called Agri AIs, and it is in the agri-food sector.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dimitris, and I'm here to present you our ideas, Agri-AIs. So, Agriculture plays a big role in the Greek economy. 44% of the Greek land is used for farming, and 64% of this land is arable. And many percent of these are mostly high-value crops like olive oils. But Greece have a really big problem, and that is that most fields are really small and really scattered. So we have a problem to monitor this crop for diseases because it's really time-consuming and it's really costly. Another problem also is that we don't have enough internet coverage in most of the areas that we have agricultural fields. So the existing solutions are mostly drone and satellite based, with the main problem being that they are really costly for the Greek farmer. They are mostly cloud based, so they cannot operate in many regions of Greece. And also we have a delay between the scanning of the fields and the results, because all the results need first to be uploaded and trained by the AI so we can have the results. So our proposition is AgriEyes, an autonomous drone platform that will monitor the plant health in real time, and it will detect the stress and the disease of the crops. So how it works? First, we capture the data using the drone in the field. Then, with an onboard AI chip, we analyze this data offline, and then we map the field area, showing where the crops have some diseases or their threats and need to be, and then we give some insights and some action of what the farmer can do. So some economics, the break-even point is based, we have two scenarios. The first one, because our solution is modular based on the sensor that the drone is going to have. First, we have a break-even point based on our cheaper option, and then on our most costly option. And we base our studies in the total area that we need to cover. So we can see that in the lowest price point, we need to cover 6,754 acres. And in the most costly option, we need to cover around 7,100 areas. So this is our working group. We are mostly a university student from the digital system here in Larissa. And what we want to do with our idea, what is the result we want to see? First, we want to have a real-time plant health monitoring that's going to produce a disease hotspot mapping, and that will give us efficiency and coverage in analyzing the needs of the field. And obviously for the farmer, we are going to have improved field and reduce costs. So we also have done a small risk analysis that is based on impact and on livelihood. And what we find out is that our main problem is the battery constraint of the drone. The limited AI process power, because we have to do it all offline to be able to work in most areas of the Greek fields, and also some regulatory restriction, mostly if the drone needs to fly in areas that we have military base on highly populated base. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, the first team. Now I will pass the floor to the second team. It's called Home Sweet Grow, and it is again in the agri-food sector.
Hello, my name is Morfia Bataka. I'm a data scientist and an engineer, and I specialize in agricultural technology and education. The rest of my team, Anastasia Mouradian, is an aquaponics specialist, and Maria Venetidou is an agronomist and a specialist in artificial light in agriculture. Together, we bring a new way of producing fresh food and healthy indoors. Our idea is called Home Sweet Grow. So the problem we're trying to solve is first, global food demand increase, inefficient of resources, unsustainable ways of producing food, climate change, lack of education in producing food, and of course, increasing prices. Now, our solution is based on the idea of aquaponics. Imagine you have a small garden in your living room and you have fish swimming in a tank, and the fish help the plants to grow. Then the plants will filter the water and will make the fish be healthy. Now, imagine that you can control all this system using your tablet. You can also share your experiences with other users, and you can help other people build the system. So we already started building our prototypes. On the left and in the middle picture, you can see the prototype, and on the right picture, you can see the goal that we are trying to reach. All the components, apart from the aquarium, are 3D printed. All the equipment and automation is open source. Okay, so after we conducted market research using questionnaires, we figured out that the people are very willing to use indoor farming, and they're willing to pay from 100 to 250 euros. Like almost 50% are willing to pay until 100 euros, up to 100 euros, and the rest from 100 and 250. That helped us a lot to formulate the cost of the product. So our solution, the benefits that our solution brings is based on 4 pillars. First, environmental pillar, which is, of course, carbon footprint reduction, water saving, zero waste, and the use of circular approach. Then on the financial benefits, we have a reduction of food costs, since you grow your own food inside your house, creation of new jobs, new market development, and of course, low operating costs due to the open source nature of our solution. The social benefits are very strong, especially for empowering communities, access to fresh food for everyone, and inclusion of vulnerable groups. In the technological and educational pillar, we have, of course, open source software and hardware, which is the nature of our product, simple and explainable technology, and we have a very powerful tool in STEM education. Our product also aligns with the One Health approach, which is the interaction of human health, animal health, and environment health. Now, what we offer is fresh and healthy food anywhere, like in your house, in a warehouse, even in ships, in communities. We offer a sustainable and circular system, open source and accessible technology, educational tools, and of course, a strong empowerment of the community. Our target groups are households and families, educational institutions, small businesses and restaurants, communities and social initiatives, vulnerable or marginalized population, of course, hobbyists, public bodies, and municipal programs. Of course, we need to make money. We're open source, but we have to make money. So we offer 4 packages. The first is actually all the services are based on the freemium business model. The first one is free, and we target mostly the general public, researchers, and some households. You can actually build the device, since we provide the blueprints and the software, and you can store your data in our platform. This is a good thing because you can actually get free data, and later on we can train our own models. The basic plan targets households, schools, communities, and small-scale farms. And it gives you advanced analytics, integration with third-party platforms, support of up to 5 systems, maintenance, and general instructions. An indicative price for this service is around 200 euros per year. The Pro gives you the same things as the basic, but of course it scales up for more systems, and also we offer enterprise scale deployment. We target restaurants, large agricultural companies, and the cost is around 5,000 to 10,000 per year, depending of course, for the number of the systems. The fourth package that we offer is a trainer. We can organize workshops, we can go to universities and to other institutes, educational institutes, and conduct workshops. And we can also give certification programs, like we can certify other users to use our system and teach how to use our system. This will cost around 5,000 per year, again, depending on the number of workshops and seminars. Now, for the 3-year projections, we don't expect, of course, to make a profit in the first year, since we are trying to build as many prototypes as possible and give it free to schools, to universities, so they can test it and so we can assess the value. The second year, we're a little bit more optimistic, and our predictions show that we will make a profit of around 9,700 euros, and in the third year, around 15,300 euros. The funding, the next steps is research on more crops, development of the platform, deployment on the first pilots, commercializing the project, and sales. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and the second team. Now, the third team is called Smart BMS, and it is in the ICT sector. The floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. I'm Donatos Stavropoulos. I will introduce you to Smart BMS. It's a unified IoT gateway for building digital twins and sustainable buildings. The problem as it is now is that energy consumption in the world is mostly happening in our cities, and part of our cities, of course, are the buildings. They are responsible for 70% of the energy consumption. And demand now in Europe, at least, is that cities should be net zero, meaning that the asset that's most consuming the most energy, which are the buildings, currently are blind, they are unoptimized, they are poorly managed, and there is a lot of space for improvement. Why is that? Because right now solutions are locked-in vendors. Everything is proprietary. So if you want to make your building smart or reducing carbon footprint, you don't have many choices. You have to renovate it from scratch. And commercial solutions that are vendor locked in usually only provide limited data, raw data, which doesn't help the users to make decisions smart. So in our solution, which is a universal gateway for building an operating system for the buildings, a digital twin for the building, we should make any building intelligent by providing IoT sensing, control, AI, digital twin, together, so we can make a universal end-to-end management of the building. And the timing is now because currently grid is getting digitalized, it's getting democratized, because it's becoming dynamic. Demand response is something that is happening right now in the electricity market with dynamic pricing, flexibility markets. And there is also volatility in the renewable energy sources. So all this has to be, let's say, optimized. And the solution to to have a building not manually managed but automatically managed is something that makes sense in order to be part of this new market. We are a team of electrical engineers, so we have our expertise in hardware, software. We are also network engineers and AI machine learning. And this is a problem that cannot be solved only by software. This is where our team shines, because we are able to go and look at this problem full stack from end to end down to the firmware level of the device. And the market, the revenue model here is that we are targeting to have a low cost entrance for the hardware and then build on a subscription service based on the software analysis of the data and the automatic decisions. So we don't want to trigger manual decisions. We want to build something smart with the AI, and we want to mainly focus on retrofitting solutions, meaning that we can go into a building and use existing equipment, enhance it, and make it smarter. So in the end, we can finally have all the outcomes that we are promising, which is CO2 reduction, equipment lifetime increase, and better management of the building resources. Thank you.
Now we will proceed with the fourth team. It's called Hill Simulations, and it is in the health tech sector.
Okay. Hello. I'm a four-year medical student, and I'm also a researcher in medical simulation. I'm also a programmer. So this is my vision, a medical simulation lab where the students, the teacher, the surgeon, can we train in a safe place. Here is the hardware. The hardware is a Meta Quest. It is a VR headset. Our software can be ported to many other hardwares, like the Apple Vision Pro, the new Galaxy headset. This is a real-time gameplay of the software. The software has made by me. And what is the problem? The idea, the need to make the idea was that there was any other XR solution. The main competitor is focused on 2D, and they are very overpriced. So for small universities, for students, for doctors in individual are very priced. So the other problem is that the medical physics simulation method, it is very costly. So the developers have chosen to simulate only the target anatomy models. So as doctors, we want to see and search the target models. So we made a new simulation technique. We simulate the hands first. So the controllers can work in any medical specialty. For that, the product is high portable. The weight is only 50 grams. As I said, we have innovation physics techniques, and it is way more stable. The target is the students, the residents. We are going to give it for free for the students and the residents. So we want to build a habit, the students, to to love the XR, to get in touch with the new technology. Here is a real footage of the Anatomy Explorer. It is a dissection app where you can dissect a human body. And here it is a live surgery that it is used in the VR. And you can perform any operation you want. Let it play for a few seconds. And when it comes to the future, we want to make to integrate AI so we can give CT DICOM as data, and the software take the data and make a simulation for the specific patient. But the problem, the current models only can recognize 100 structures, but in our model we have over 50,000, and the difference is a lot. Thank you for your attention.
Last but not least, we have the fifth team. It's called Cricketos, sorry. It's in the agri-food sector, so I give the floor to you.
Και μου αυτό το επόμενο, Ωραία, εντάξει. Όχι, εντάξει, μην πρέπει. Είμαι κομπλέ. Hello. Hello. My name is Anastasia, and today I'm going to talk about Cricketos, an insect farm that converts food waste into sustainable protein and organic fertilizer. What we eat, what we feed our animals, and what we apply to the soil affects the future of the planet. Global food production is responsible approximately 30%, produces the greenhouse gas emissions. Land use change, food packaging, enderic fermentation, and food waste management are the culprits. At the same time, we deal, especially here in Thessaly, with an extensive use of chemical fertilizers and soil and water quality degradation, with an ever-growing population and a demand for sustainable protein production, there is no better time to think of our dietary choices than now. We like it or not, food crisis is on the horizon. If we want to secure food for everyone, we need to reduce our carbon footprint on a personal and a household level. The current solutions are to become vegans and vegetarians and rely on imported plant proteins, to eat plant proteins like pea protein, which has low bioavailability, and lab-grown meat, which it might be a promising technology, but it has high energy costs and limited commercial application. But what if I told you that there is a way that we can convert waste into protein and organic fertilizers sustainably by using insects? And this is what Cricketos offers. It converts organic waste into protein and fertilizer. Our solution is an innovative, automated, vertical insect farm, a stacked container system for high space utilization. We apply a circular economy model. As insects eat discarded fruits and vegetables from the farmers and the market, and we convert it into fertilizer and insect protein. This is a zero waste system, as every bioproduct of the chain is utilized, and farmers get some money back from their discarded yields. These are our products, our minimum viable products, our frass, which is the organic fertilizer, basically excreta of the insects, and the cat treats, dog treats, animal meals, etc. They are for birds, chicken, aquaculture, and so on. It's better to feed your cat with the treat made here in Thessaly with high-value protein than Norwegian salmon. Think of the food miles and everything else. At a later stage, we also hope to create energy snacks and protein powders and get into that market for human consumption. We primarily sell to farmers. For us, maybe a bit more expensive than chemical fertilizers. However, it needs fewer applications per year, and it amends soil, improving soil quality. We also hope to sell our products to public gardens and local hotels, households with garden, balcony plants, eco-conscious consumers, vets, pet owners and pet food retailers, aquaculture farms, chicken farms, the zoo, athletes and fitness-oriented buyers. All of these people, if they want to feed their animals live insects or insects in general, they have to get them from abroad. So it's more expensive and it adds up to our carbon footprint. Now, the use of edible insects for animal feed and human consumption is nothing new. I'm not telling you anything new here. As we speak, insects are being consumed in 113 countries from 2 billion people, and they've been doing so since ancient years. If we compare the production of 1 kilogram of cricket protein to 1 kilogram of beef protein, we will see that to produce the beef, we will need 10 times more feed, 56 times more water, 14 times more land. And you know, the funny thing is that we can utilize only 40% of the animal in contrast to the 80% of the insect that we can use. So we're basically starving our resources to feed animals that they are killing the planet. Oh, sorry. We have a technical issue. Okay, sorry about it. Now, the indicative budget that we may need. Oh, sorry, I have no idea what happened. Technical issue. The screen is not working, there's no connection, I have no clue, but we are on it. Of course it had to happen to me. I haven't finished yet, I promise you. There are 3 more slides, I haven't finished yet. But thank you. Okay, let's take it from the top then. Oh, indicative budget. 3 more slides, guys, I promise. Okay, thank you so much, thank you. So the indicative budget, mainly what we need to make cricketers happen and turn it into reality, is 120K. That is just to make cricketers happen. We have categorized everything. Costs are divided per category, as you can see in this table. For the first year, we will need additional funding to scale up production and possibly get into the cereal bars market and add new products to achieve profitability by year 3. And this is actually a very modest budget, I've been told. But it's all about teamwork, you know? And boy, do we have a good team. So I'm a self-proclaimed social media lover. I love social media. I'm an agronomist. I have a master's in organic farming and food production systems. I have a PhD in biological sciences, soil biophysics. And soonish in February, I'm going to acquire my postdoc in edible insects and marketing. And I have some really good people here. I'm in good company. I have Athanasios Lazidis, my husband, a jack of all trades, if I may say. He's an ichthyologist, so he knows about fish. He's a high school teacher teaching about fish, a professional driver who has promised that he's going to collect the discarded vegetables, and a musician, random, but I wanted to say that. My sister, Ioanna Foudouli, born to be a businesswoman, my God. She has studies in finance from the University of Thessaly, a master's in marketing, and she's meticulous in business planning. You have to see her. And Haralabos Angelidis, the accountant everyone wants to have, the most trusted accountant, the Mr. Live It With Me, with 14 years of experience in business bookkeeping and tax services. Now, the expected results and risks. Of course, there are some things we have taken into consideration during my postdoc research. So we will upcycle 10 tons of food waste per year in Thessaly, because there's lots of vegetables that they're discarded, replace chemical fertilizers with FRAS through a system, a reward system of 30 local farmers that we're going to involve them into the production and supply of those discarded fruits and vegetables. We have a reduction of carbon footprint for the area. And the risks are consumer hesitation, which we will address through education, transparency, demonstration, samples offering, and storytelling, which I think I'm good at. Scaling costs, we will be discussing about it later on, but they are going to be mitigated by partnerships and external funding and regulatory hurdles navigated via collaboration with university and agri-food authorities. And that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So this was the last presentation from the teams of the University of Thessaly. I would like to congratulate all the teams, all the innovators today from both the hackathons. A big applause to all of you. To congratulate also the tech parks from the Alliance that choose the best of the best teams that came here today to pitch their ideas, and of course the University of Thessaly that coordinated and supported this, the second part of the hackathon with the great ideas from the university. Thank you all. Thank you, the mentors and the judges. Now, the judges will be guided from Irini to take the final decisions. And now we will have about 30 minutes lunch break. The lunch break is behind the Enjoyed Cafe. And we will start a little bit earlier. So there will be also an announcement about the panels that will be here in the amphitheater. So 30 minutes lunch break behind the Enjoyed Cafe. And the jury, I would like to proceed to take their final decisions. Thank you all.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, all of you, being here just after lunch, a difficult hour in the day, especially for those who we will try together with Mr. Maglaras attract to a word that is a bit difficult and complicated. Infrastructures, data, and business impact, and an umbrella over all that, the security of all this, data security, infrastructure security, how we are going to deal with that. Now that all these things concern a lot more of entities than it was only just two or 3 years ago. Cybersecurity, for example, it was an issue only for strategic entities, strategic companies, and now even a very small, marketplace has an e-shop. He deals with transactions, he deals with individuals. So, very interesting, the topic of today. And I would like, first of all, to ask for your help to give us an umbrella, what this cybersecurity is all about.
Thank you very much. So first of all, let me give you an overview of what we are doing as a Ministry of Digital Governance, some aspects that we are dealing with, and then we can, of course, discuss which is the important aspect of cybersecurity. So, as we're moving from the physical to digital life, unfortunately or fortunately, depends on how we see it, we have to deal with several aspects of it. So in the ministry, we are dealing with infrastructure, of course, connectivity, 5G connectivity or fiber to home or other stuff of connectivity for all the citizens and all the people that want to interact with authorities and also to be able to make their life easier, either their life in home or a life in the city. We also have to deal with security, of course, so we're dealing with quantum connectivity infrastructure that we are building in Greece as part of the European infrastructure. And also we have all these are to connect people, and through this connection we collect information or data, as we say. So how can we deal with this data? One aspect of this is to have the AI aspect of it, so to be able to automate a lot of actions, a lot of interactions with the systems, and also a lot of collection and analysis of the data. So for that reason, we have built in the ministry the AI factory, Pharos, with the collaboration, of course, with Democritus and other big institutes of Greece and companies of Greece. We also have Daedalus, which is a hypercomputer that is dealing with analysis of all this data. Okay? And as part of the ministry, again, we have the new special secretary of AI that will oversee the AI strategy, how this AI will be embedded in our Gov environment, like the Gov assistant we have. I don't know if you have interacted with it. It's very easy to interact and take some information. The wallet we have built and all the other infrastructure and applications we are building to make our life easier. So in order to come back to what you said, cybersecurity is a top layer on all of this, dealing with infrastructure security, data security, network security, and of course, human security. How can we secure our interaction with the system? So even if the system is very secure, if the user is not performing correctly sometimes, then we have some issues that we have to deal with. Okay.
Yeah, that's a very good start, I think, because before talking about connectivity and business and data, we should see how all this can be protected from people or other entities that need this data, that will misuse this data. Okay, so let's see what it's all about for businesses. Let's bring it down to earth and split our discussion of today in 3 parts. First of all, we need to have the proper infrastructure before we talk about using data for businesses. Infrastructure, it's okay, the networks, the 5G network, it's the, for navigation, it's already done since years, aviation the same, so data more and more come, the infrastructure to bring data into use are more and more present. Probably it's not, it's not, the coverage is not good enough, okay, or not for all applications, but it's coming, the money is here, the knowledge is less than here, but anyway, the money is here, and the infrastructure is here as well for companies, for the public space, all infrastructures mentioned by Mr. Maglaras just before, AI Factory, the EDIAHs, the Quantum Institute, bring to the businesses possibilities that were not available before. So this about infrastructure. Now data. Data also exists. They are not always available. Try to find medical data. Impossible. Try to find water consumption data. Impossible. Try to find electricity data. Impossible. But all this data exists. So governance of the data, and then try to mingle for your business purposes different sets of data. Take, let's say, meteorological. I saw fabulous presentations from startups, that tend to optimize the production, agricultural production. Try to melt meteorological data available. I tried to do that, it's true, 20 years ago. And I was missing August, because it was the month that the guy who was taking the data, the file, I don't know, who was changing the battery, was on vacation. So, data are here too. Governance of data is missing. And also a governance of the use of data. You said it very well. Let's imagine for a moment that we have all data. All data needed are available. Who knows how to deal with that productively? How to improve his competitiveness, his production? Things that are covered because of the need and because of the, because it's, I would say, it's now a sexy thing to talk about artificial intelligence, data, etc. Well, we are not ready. We don't have the people. Society is not this amphitheater full of, extraordinary scientists. How will bring this data, use of data, down to the small businessman who deals every day with his business? What do you think, Mr. Maglaras, about that?
So regarding data, I'm just, which is a very important aspect. So the first important aspect is how to take information out of data. But okay, so data, what we are dealing with in how we deal with the ministry is that we talk about open data. So we are building open data spaces. But first, the important thing is how to anonymize and mask the information that can directly or indirectly lead to some persons and reveal some of their sensitive information, which is very important. Okay. Now we are going to combine the existing data that we receive from different entities, also with a new program, the satellite program we are building in the ministry. We are going to have our own mini satellites. We are going to receive all this information, and we are going to have our central governmental hub in Athens, when all these images from the satellites are going to be correlated, let's say, integrated and given to people after anonymization and all this masking we said, for doing extra analysis and reveal information about, for example, how much water we have in the lakes, if we have any disasters, if we have any fires during the fire, to see how the fires propagate. We have done this exercise recently, not exercise, it was real data. We will try to give this information to the respective authorities to have some information on real time and be able to see where the fire is going towards in order to be able to react faster. Okay, so as you said, the information, the data are very, very important. We are now producing much more data all the time, not only from public entities, but also as individuals. So correlation of this information in a correct way can give us new tools and new applications for the citizens.
Let's say now that we have, I imagine a world where all companies have access to the data, they use the data productively, they increase their competitiveness. How secure are these data? With our experience by coordinating Smart Attica European Digital Innovation Hub, offering services to small and medium enterprises here in Greece, we have already served more than 5,000 individual companies in Greece. You know what is the level of awareness about the cybersecurity issue among them? Less than 2%. How many among them would be concerned by default, 100%. It will come. It will come by the directives of the European Union, but then they will need people to adjust, test, verify their capacities and their applications according to the rules. Who's going to do that? Who is going to be the supplier of these services needed by the industry? Is it anybody who knows how to, to run an Excel sheet, or is it anybody who has, who is going to be, certified that he can do that the proper way?
You need an answer for that, correct?
I need your input about that.
Okay, so let's say that this is a problem that we are dealing in several different layers. So authorities are building their own infrastructure in collaboration with big institutes, research institutes, and universities, and companies, of course. And this can be offered, for example, to companies and small medium enterprises and bigger companies. We run several projects, digital European projects in the ministry. One is called SOC for SMEs. So we build SOC that is given to SMEs as a service, that they cannot have it on their own. And this, of course, is the first step. We don't do it just to do it, but then we're going to level it up and be able to offer it to more companies in the future. Also, we're building now the intelligent SOC as a service, which is not only for small and medium enterprise, but for any kind of company that is at their knees. At their knees is everyone, unfortunately, or fortunately, it depends. So this is the, let's say, the governmental aspect. Also, companies are building their own SOCs that are offered or can be offered as a service or in premises. It depends what the client wants to other companies. And universities, of course, and the research institutions is, let's say, the driving force. They are helping us a lot to create new solutions that are more effective, more efficient, and also cheaper. Let's say that in order to be able to deal with all the problems. So a lot of different solutions.
Yeah, it's food for thought or that. And, they didn't know, nobody knew where they come from. So they started studying the people, coming into a small place or in a roundabout and cut the circulation for a weekend. Who were there? They used the books from 2003 of Gérard Mermet, who was issuing very relevant information about the French reality. The names of the young boys and girls born, the number of people having a degree. Very irrelevant, useful and non-useful data. And they found out by relating the profile of the people cutting the roads to several characteristics that were not qualified by the political parties, by the government, by very relevant. They lost their second best, okay, their companion, I don't know, their wife, their husband. No political party has thought before that they should have, a look, a different look. I don't say a policy, but a different look to this group. Okay. What I want to say by that, and now they know, now there are no yellow jackets anymore. There are other problems in France, but no yellow jackets. What I want you to say is that we could use all this data, not only for the very specific need of a small company to have more clients, to have, better productivity, more profit, be outside Greece. All this can be done, but a lot of other things can be done too. We are ready for you to hit. But I think it's better that you don't have questions. Thank you very much.
To have the next discussion panel with the CEOs of the tech parks. If you can come to the area. Todor, Daria, and Milan.
Okay. Before we start, I will ask Mrs. Katerina Papalexi, Project Manager and IDGC and Beyond representative. Thank you very much, Katerina, for being here, for a short introduction. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, I'm Katerina Papalexi. I'm part of the organizing team of Beyond Expo. It's a great pleasure to be there today and to share with you what Beyond stands for, what we are and what we're preparing in the upcoming edition. Beyond is the leading international exhibition for technology and innovation in Southeast Europe. We are proud to announce that the Beyond 2026 will take place on 70 to 90 June at Metropolitan Expo in Athens. At Beyond, our mission is to create a real ecosystem of collaboration. We bring together startups, spin-offs, established companies, industry leaders, universities, institutions, policymakers, and public sector representatives. We want to empower connections, turn into idea into a real-world solution. Our program for 2026 will highlight key technological and societal shifts, the integration of AI into work and daily life, the cybersecurity, new tools for SMEs, digital transformation of public services, smart cities, GovTech, green mobility, ECG frameworks, and bottom-up innovation emerging from startups and university research. Beyond is much more than an exhibition, it's an experience. We combine live tech demonstrations, product launches, startup pitching, B2B and B2C matchmaking opportunities, workshops, panels, and thematic discussions. As part of the organization team, I personally invite you to join us in Athens, and I look forward to welcome you. Thank you.
We can now move forward with the discussion panel of the CEOs. Tassos?
Hello, good evening. I know it was 2 long days. Thank you very much for being here. It's really nice that we are all together at Joyce Innovation Park. And I know that we will complete a little earlier. Some of you are really anxious about the results and the awards. But before that, I want to tell you to discuss with my colleagues who we are, who is the alliance, who are the people behind the alliance that we have of innovation parks. So I am Tassos Vasiliadis. I represent Joyce Innovation Park here. Thank you very much for being here. Please, I will ask Daria to come with me, and Todor, please join us. I don't know where Milan is. He will join. It's going to be an unofficial discussion. We thought that it would be more structured, but we prefer to make some discussion with you. Before that, I would like to give the floor to Todor to tell us how it started, how the Southeastern Europe Alliance of Innovation and Science Park started, and what we are doing. Todor?
Thank you, Tassos. I will use the opportunity first to thank you and your amazing team for everything you've been doing, not only today and the day before, but we met, I think, 3 or 4 years ago. So we don't see each other very much, but I feel like we are together all the times. So I'm really impressed with your team and the inspiration you have kind of distributed around. I would say the small city of Larissa, it's not so small in the context of what you're doing. But I'm coming from a much bigger city, Sofia, the capital city of Bulgaria, which is a city with a great, let's say, opportunities because it's a large city, many people there, I mean, many talents. Funding, whatever you like.
Welcome, Milan, the guest star.
Here is the big guy.
Yeah, I need to introduce Milan also. Milan is coming from Niche Technological Park. So Milan is from Nice. Todor, as he already mentioned, is from Sofia Tech Park. And Daria is from Austin Techno Park from Ankara. We are the founding members, among others, of the Southeastern Europe Alliance of Parks.
So as I said, I met you by any chance. I had been invited to come to one of your flagship events 2 or 3 years ago. It was just as we were exiting the COVID. So I came here and I was really amazed to see in the middle of the country, between the great city of Thessaloniki and the great city of Athena, something that is really booming in terms of developing the local ecosystem. And I said, going back home, and I was thinking, seeing also many other locations, and I said, in our part of the world, in South and Eastern Europe, we are doing quite a lot of things. Some of them are quite successful, some of them still not, but if they have a little bit of push and a smarter approach, they would be much more successful. And I said, we as individual cities or institutions or even countries are not so visible on the global, let's say, map of the innovation. But if we get to know each other better, if we find cross-cutting fields of cooperation, we might look different. So this is how it started. So I started to talk, to call, to meet people in order to inspire our talent, understanding of the global markets, of the global growth of innovation communities. So I try to push this idea to you guys, to those guys here, and not only. So 2 years ago, we actually had our initial kickoff as a small community, hopefully a community that will grow larger. So just one more sentence. Our ambition is to have the region of South and Eastern Europe in terms of innovation and technology development to be more connected, more sharing, and more successful.
Thank you very much, Todor. And I have to mention that our alliance is just volunteer. We don't have a formal organization behind us, but we are just volunteer organizations. No program is supporting us, so we just stepped in order to combine our ecosystems and to work each other. And I'm sorry, Dario, but I have to pass the mic to Milan because he's going to be our next president. Each year we are changing the coordinator of our alliance, and we decided last year that the next coordinator will be the niche Technopark, and today we decided that Daria and Austin Technopark will be the coordinator on 2027. So I believe, Milan, that the most important issue, the most important step that we're doing here as an alliance is that we are gathering all these people together, all these startups. Do you believe that this can be enhanced, that we can support more the startups, or if this is already helpful for them?
When I heard first about this idea, it was really, really interesting for me because I wanted to see what the others are working. When I saw what the others are working, I saw that there are so many interesting things which are common for most of us, and that from each and every single park you can learn, even copy and adjust, okay, to the context, but to be stronger. We will do our best to grow that kind of activity. Then, for example, when we were doing some acceleration program, we were looking for mentors, and we didn't have the opportunity to find specific knowledge in our country. And I think that this is going to be the next step as well, to exchange directly experience or mentors from the startups, for example, which are doing something quite similar in some other country, because we have to be aware that actually on a global scale, they were in China on International Association of Science Parks gathering. We are so small altogether that we are heavily visible. Individually, the countries are too small for the global scale, and parks as institutions individually do not exist globally. And if we do something like this together, and some good voices are coming from the Balkans, probably most of the ones who are looking at us are not going to expect good voices and people being together and sharing experiences, knowledge, resources, and we are doing it. And still, I can say that it grows through the individual commitment and belief from the people who are involved. But more and more, our staff, our ecosystems are recognizing we are getting to know each other better, not only the four of us, actually the first president, the second president, the next president, and the fourth, yes. Last but not least, many presidents at the stage. Coordinators. I'm following your path. You said president. So it's really an investment which is already bringing something new, which individually within our ecosystems we don't have, and we expect, and we will do our best through the next year to extend our activities and make them available to the whole ecosystem of Southeast European Innovation Alliance, and to get as much as possible people together. This is the third time the team from STP Niche is in Larissa this year. Larissa. I heard that's the way of pronunciation. And I'm sorry for being late, but you are so well situated near the few seaside restaurants and this weather and everything. Made
you
me
had nice
being
food.
late
I can understand.
for 2 minutes.
You're excused.
So sorry.
Okay. Thank you very much, Milan.
Sorry because
We're sorry that we started. Just to inform you, we are an alliance of 15 innovation parks and science and innovation parks from Greece, Turkey, Bulgaria, Serbia, Montenegro, Romania. Do I miss anybody? For now, we are these countries. And in all our parks, you can also find thousands of companies located and supported from these parks. Imagine a startup as you are. What do you need? You need funding. This is one. You need mentors. You need access to facilities. You need also collaboration with companies. This is the environment that we want to create in Southeastern Europe. Wherever you are going to need as a startup, you can find it. For example, in Sofia Tech Park, there is already a hypercomputer. If you have a startup that you want to work with big data, the hypercomputer is there. We don't need to have a hypercomputer here, but we are collaborating all together. In Austin Technical Park, they have fantastic facilities for industry. If somebody wants to work with them, if somebody wants to use this facility, we are here to work and to collaborate. And these are the next programs. And there, would you like to mention a few more, what we are planning to do and how we can support also startups? And because I know they're waiting for their awards in a few minutes.
Okay, so thank you so much for having us here. I would like to make a few comments. Of course, like I'm not going to repeat ourselves. Todor, Milan, Tassos, they already very finely and beautifully mentioned what we are doing or what. But I just want to come up to the situation from a different perspective. We always give feedback to our startups that peer learning is a good thing. So we try to put them in incubation centers, in acceleration centers, in a place where they can share ideas, support each other, and also grow together. But what we realized is, as tech park managers, tech park management, we also need that support. We also need that peer learning. We also need to know that there is someone else who are who have the same troubles, who have the same issues, and we give feedback to our entrepreneurs that you can't do everything by yourself. You need to get help, you need to get contact with others, the network is important, but if we don't collaborate as management companies, if we do not get together and share and do something together, it's not nice for us to give you the feedback to do this. So it is like, you know, we should do first, then give you the feedback to do the same thing or similar things. And therefore it's a challenge. So this whole alliance experience makes us understand you better and sometimes put ourselves in your own position. And next year we will be in Niche, and the year after we will be in Ankara. But the whole idea is it's just a 2-day event in your own experiences. But behind the scene, we have been preparing, especially the Joyce team, the great effort. They have been preparing this event and actually coordinating the whole year activities of the Alliance very firmly and very intentionally. So what I try to say is like there's a great effort, a whole year effort behind this 2-day event. And I would like to appreciate this effort for this year, the year before for Bulgaria, and for next year, Milan Niche as well. So thank you so much. And as we all keep saying that we are here to support you. So we will do better, we will collaborate better, and our final purpose, final destination is to have very successful, very powerful startups in the global arena. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daria. Thank you. Now we have to ask, we have 2 or 3 minutes as far as I understand. Let's ask the startups. What do you need from us? How we can support you? Or the other members of the Alliance, if they want to take the mic and say, how we can help you in order to succeed on what you are doing. Anybody who wants to say something? Just wait for the microphone.
Hello, I'm Dimitris. From my small experience as a university student and from those hackathons, I think that the most important thing is to help people come together. For instance, we are from a faculty of engineering, let's say. We need people from other faculties, like mentors, as you said. We need people for economics. We need other people that want to help and have, how can I say it, and want to make their ideas come true. I think the best thing is what we're doing those 2 days, bringing startups together so we can meet with each other and help each other so we can make our dreams true.
Thank you so much. I don't know if you want to add something on that. I have to tell you that what you're doing these days, this learning experience is very important in order to achieve. As you may know, and I'm not going to say something new, that Edison said that I have made 10,000 mistakes in order to find one success. So don't ever be disappointed. I know that sometimes you need to talk to people. The more people that you talk, the more closer you'll be to your goals. And events like this and hackathons like this will help you, even if you get the prize or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is the knowledge that you will get in order to go to the market and see your startup succeed. If you want to add something on that, any other question, please.
Hello, I'm George. We're also coming from Thessaloniki, from the Aristotle University. The thing that we need is an access to the industry. So like this hackathon, but in listening to us, to be industries, and for you to give some, not only opportunity to us, but value to the industry to make pilot with us. That's it.
Actually, this morning we had a small discussion among the alliance members, and that's one of the topics that we discussed. So together, we gather here the startups, the technoparks, but we still have missing parts. One of them is the industry, and the second one is the investors. So hopefully we are also learning from experiences. Next time we will have hopefully the investors, the industry as well. But I think the most important part is this event has not ended up here. Okay, so we met each other, we change cards, we get into the same network. So if you need anything after this event or after this meeting, you can always reach us through Joyist or through our cards, and this process is going to continue. So this is just the not the end of a whole year event, but this is just the beginning of collaborations, future collaborations for connecting you with industry, connecting you with universities and others, because as Tassos mentioned, each member in the alliance has a strength that we put on the table, and we do know each other, and we try to explain us to each other, but just ask, and then we will get you through your problems, hopefully.
And may I also add something on that? You have a great tool now that you can use. Recently, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, we launched the marketplace at Joyist. Please visit it, post, upload your products on your services, and we'll try to match you with industries. Yeah, you have to talk to Ira. Where is Ira? Yeah, Ira, come here and they will see you. Just reach Ira, and she will guide you and she will help you how you can upload your product in the marketplace and how we can help you find investors. And what we are going to do as parks, we will try to convince the companies that we are collaborated to be on this marketplace too, so you have a connection.
Yeah, that's very interesting. But before going to the investors, because all of the investors ask for track record, I believe the first step is the pilot studies with the industry, so that then the investors will truly hear and listen to us. Thank you.
So then from my side, I have to say this, sorry for monopolizing the discussion. I think for 2 or 3 weeks at the InnoHealth Forum, we had here 4 or 5 big investors with capital more than 6 billion euros to mobilize. We can organize again meetings and pitch to investors if you want to do it, and I promise that it will be not that far. We can do it for the whole Southeastern Europe. Sorry.
I truly accept what Yorgos said a few minutes ago. The connection with the industry is really important. This is something what, for example, on my Bulgarian perspective, we also suffer in those close relations back home. So this is something we need to improve on in one way. The other way that is also very much motivating the industry to participate, to listen to those new solutions, startup solutions and everything, is when you put it on a more knowledge-based research. So this is, Daria just mentioned, you need also to work, if you want to be visible, if you want to be legitimate, if you want to be, what is the word, trustful, you need in your great idea, you need also to put a little bit of research. You need to have on your, let's say, team a guy that is a researcher that knows how actually the solutions work. They can test it, and it is much more confident when you have such an idea that is academic proven. So this is one of the best ways to go global. What I've seen in my previous experience looking at one of the European but also world leaders, for example, there is such a research institution in Germany, in Deutschland. It is called Fraunhofer Institute. This is such a global and research, I would say also enterprise, because it works very much with the industry, that every solution that is being related or connected with them is opening doors. So in this part of the world, in our, let's say, region here, South and Eastern Europe, the Balkans, as we call it, we need to be more active on those triple collaborations. So this is the startups or the small SMEs, this is the academy, and this is the industry that could be a potential users of most of these solutions.
May I add, I think that you targeted the most important role, and not only in the connection with the industry as an early adopter or market validation, but the connection with the industry even from the early beginning and early stages through the product and MVP development, because if you think you are inventing something geniusly and you don't have the knowledge from the industry, it might be geniusly, but it might not be the need of the industry. And if it's not the need of the industry, it's not the need of the market, and you are in a problem. We are facing these challenges in Serbia as well, and it's a good point that we should focus on startups also by developing the linkages with the industry, not only for the industry, but also because of the linkages with the startups.
Any other question? No. I would like to thank you so much for coming for so many countries for so far and honoring us to be here in these 2 days. It's really important for us, and it's really important to give to have this ecosystem live. So thank you so much, and I want to say the awards, and I wish you good luck. Thank you.
And the award ceremony time has come. I feel like a Eurovision presenter. So, I have to say that the awards are equal. There isn't gold, silver, or and the other one, the third. So the awards goes per thematic category. So we will start with a cybersecurity award and ICT, deep ICT solutions. And the winner, powered by Unisystems company, is Do you know the winner? It's the Turkish startup, Triton Technojol, that, if you remember, was presented the pitch by not a company member, but from Alif. So an extra clapping for this. Say something?
Yes.
Few words.
Okay. Thank you so much. We are really honored to take this award. Thank you for the recognition. And thank you to Joyce team for this great organization. We really appreciate your efforts. So today I represented Naxitrim, and at Naxitrim we don't see cybersecurity just protecting data. We see it as building trust. So this award will be dedicated to that team. But I am actually a representative of Austin Technopark. Okay, so I would like to add something as in that role. Once Joyce explained the pillars we are going to focus on this event, so we reach out to our startups and we mentioned about this organization, and they all asked about what is going to happen at this event. And we mentioned the details, but somehow they just couldn't really imagine, and we said just come and see. And yesterday, our startup at least 3 times said, do you know who I met? Do you know who that is? It's great, it's amazing. So actually, in this alliance, that is the excitement that we are trying to create. Because that is the first fuel to start a collaboration. So as you startups, you should see us as a tool to collaborate, to find new partners. So I hope that we function as it should be. So thank you so much. Thank you for this great organization.
The second, yes, the next thematic category is related to agri-food. The award is going to be given by and announced by Mr. Odiseos Spiroglou, powered by Solar Hub project, who is responsible for. And you will have the privilege to present.
Yes, the winner is Atar.
Just to thank you, everyone, for organizing and joining the event. It was a great 2 days at Larissa, and see you next year in Serbia.
And the third category, if you remember, was related to logistics. We have several candidates. And the award goes to the Greek startup Wasty.
Yeah, so I just want to thank everybody for the hospitality. It was an amazing event, great place, and all the participants, all the ideas was crazy good. So yeah, thank you very much.
And now my turn, right? So this is the second hackathon that was organized by the University of Thessaly and the One Planet Thessaly team. I just want to say that we received 10 participations, 10 candidacies, and the 5 were chosen that were presented here today. All these 5 will receive a recognition in the mail. We will send in the mail to the rest, and we give 3 awards that have money behind it. I'm not sure, did these awards have any money with it, or the ones you guys gave? Yes, okay. How much was? So they gave 1,000 euros, right? But we give more, yes. So 2,000 for the first one, 1,200 for the second one, and 800 for the third one. So, which is great news. It's a little help to our researchers that made the effort, and just to wish them. And of course, the One Planet Thessaly unit will be there to support every step of the way, all of them. All right, so drum roll, just I want the anxiety. So I'll start with the third prize. So the third prize goes to the project Cricketos with Anastasia.
Well, thank you so much. I don't know what to say. When I woke up this morning, I told my husband, I'll just go there and say what I have to say, and that's it. So I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I don't have to give all awards, so we're happy to have the deputy regional governor of Sterea Elava, Mr. Verdecosta. So please come up to give the second. Now, the second prize goes to to a health unit, so which is very important. Health tech is very important. So we were very impressed with the work of Ioannis Siokas. So the second goes to health simulations. Και άμα θες κάποιος άλλος να δώσει το άλλο, fine. All right, congratulations. Congratulations. Yes. Next time we show a liver, you show other things. Not just the
I want to thank you, everybody, for your tryings. I want to thank you, my professor, who is also a president for my university, Professor Bis, who advised me in the whole journey. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so now the first prize. Thessaly is all about agri-food, so this goes in the agri-food sector. So the first prize goes to Home Sweet Grow. So happy to have 2 ladies and 1 guy. Very good.
Thank you so much for this award. This will certainly bring us closer to complete our vision. And Home Sweet Grow is not only a way to grow food, is a way to, complete the empowerment of community, of culture, and of course, agri-food. Thank you so much.
I want to tell you we're really very proud of our researchers, and congratulations to the other guys that came. Thank you for making the effort to come. And as I said, you will receive, that you passed because you already passed to the second stage. And thank you. Your ideas were all very, very, very nice. They need to mature a little more. And next time you will have the opportunity to do this. So thank you. As I said, our researchers make us proud always. I'm so impressed with the nice work that they do. Congratulations to all. Okay. Thank you.
Shall we take a group photo here in the amphitheater, right here? So, yeah, with the prizes up front. Here, from here. Stand up. So the startups that have been awarded, if they can come here on the front row, and all of us, if we can stand up for the group photo, all of us.